the senior staff, but specifically the senior leader and his family and those who are close.
That's good.
The intercessor serves at the pleasure of the senior leader. Can you say that? The intercessor serves at the pleasure of the senior leader. That means my first responsibility is, what are the things that we can contend for on behalf of the desire of our leader, on behalf of the needs of our leader, then on behalf of the family's needs, on behalf of the church's needs, and then out from there. And so the intercessory team that is not actively praying for the senior leader is not functioning properly in the scope of the local house.
Come on.
See, because the ministry of intercession, the intercessory group, is not to become another church.
That's it.
Yes.
It's not to become a church within a church.
That's right.
Now let me make this sidebar. The intercessory group tends to build bonds that are stronger and closer knit than people that's in the church, and the intercessory team has to work hard to integrate and make sure that they embrace everybody else, because whenever you spend time in prayer, it's kind of like it's an intimate kind of time. There's an exchange and a lot of bonding, because I'm praying for your stuff. You praying for my stuff. We cry over that stuff, and then when it's worked out, we shout over that stuff. So we got history together. So really, we get closer than even family.
That's right.
Because I'm telling you something as my intercessory partner that I won't even tell my family because of the implications of that.
Yes.
That's right.
So then you build bonds. But it is not because you're on the intercessory, you have to consistently pray for wisdom. You have to consistently pray and cast off the spirit of pride and entitlement and exclusivity.
Oh.
Because it is not a clique.
Strong word.
Yes.
Strong word.
Come on. It is not a clique. It is a complementary, organized ministry that is developed and designed to serve at the pleasure of the senior leader in a spiritual manner.
Yes.
You are the red tails.
Yeah.
What's that movie?
Yes.
Who were the red tails defending? The Air Force.
Yes.
That the Air Force who were in the fighter in the jets. They had to go on a mission, but then you had the red tails that would fly behind, alongside, and either come around front when necessary to protect the main aircraft. So then the intercessor had to be like the red tails would be around Air Force One. Air Force One is the plane that the president flies in. But there always are protective planes that fly along with the president and the Air Force One, so that if terror from another country,
Come on now.
Yeah.
come on now,
Come on now.
when terror from another country strikes, because see, this is where the intercessor got to be careful, because of your strategic position and your job description, there are times and moments where you'll be able to see further than the person you're serving.
My God.
Because God has given you specialized binoculars to be able to spot the enemy afar off, while the president is in Air Force One handling and covering the country. He has to have people that's busy thinking about what is coming against the country, and they oftentimes can see things that the president can't see, and so they become the informant for the president and say, we just got this on the radar and we need to make a decision on how we gonna handle it.
That's good.
Teach.
That's good.
But see, the immature intercessor
Talk about that.
will think they're more spiritual
Come on.
and have a greater mantle than the pastor when they start to see around Air Force One.
Yes.
Come on. But the only reason why you can see around Air Force One and further than your senior leader is because to protect, and you see as a part of your job description, and that ability to see can only be released by your senior leader. Oh, you can't just come up in and start seeing, and the senior leader don't release you in the spirit to see.
Jesus, that's good.
Bishop, teach it.
Come on. You can't just see because and all over the senior living. No. Your gift has to be approved and welcomed.
My God.
And managed. And overseen.
My God.
Is that good?
Yeah.
Understand it in a protective way. So then the intercessory team becomes the immune system of the church.
That's right. That is so
It does what your immune system does.
Ah.
It fights off things before they take residence.
Jesus.
Come on, it fights off diseases that you didn't even know came in your body. You didn't even know. You didn't know bacteria meningitis. You were exposed to it because your immune system was so high that when it had an alert
Jesus.
in your body that it was there, it started to fight off that infection, and that bacterial meningitis disease could never fully develop to even be diagnosed. But it doesn't mean that it was there. It wasn't there. It was because your immune system tracked it as soon as it entered the body and got rid of it, eliminated. That's the value of a strong intercessory team.
That's good.
Yes, sir.
That's good.
Because they'll get in a prayer meeting and start seeing and discerning and say, oh, no. Oh, no. I see you smiling, but I see you. Come on, you smiling. You got your good gifts, but I see you.
Come on.
I know Bishop like to love everybody. That's his job, but this is my job. Come on. I know the pastor have to love everybody, but I'm an intercessor. Come on. I see you. Come on. I see you. And I ain't finna get all over the pastor and talk about everybody in the church because of what I see. I'm going to pray you out.
Come on.
I'm going to pray you out. I'm going to pray you out. And the moment God gives me a minute to corner you, I'm coming after you. Come on. And I'm coming after you in the spirit of my leader.
Yes.
But I'm coming.
Jesus.
Come on now.
Yes.
I'm coming. I ain't coming and we ain't going to get on. I'm not going to street on you. I'm going to come after you in the spirit of my leader, but I'm coming after you. And when I'm done, you'll know what I mean.
Come on, Bishop.
Yes, you teach here. You teach.
Come on now.
You teach.
You see the intercessor, handles it.
Yes.
Like Olivia Pope.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
Come on. They walk in, they tell you what you're going to do.
That's right.
Mm-hmm. And the reason why you're going to do it is because I can mess you up because I'm good at my job.
Yes.
That's good.
In fact, I'm the best.
Yeah.
In fact, I will shut you down in 24 hours. You won't even know what happened to you.
Come on.
Yeah.
Clean. Say that one more. Clean, boom.
And see, the danger of messing with a praying leader or praying people is because they understand how to respond to adversity. One of the first things I do when I get attacked, especially by people, when it's spiritual attack, then I just handle that, in a spiritual manner. But then when it involves people, and when there's some emotions attached to it, and when there is some heart things attached to it, my first question to God is, how do I pray about this?
That's good.
Because I want to make sure that I pray the right prayer, because I understand the power of my prayers. And I don't want to call the judgment down on something that the judgment doesn't need to be called down on. But then I don't want to have mercy on something that the judgment needs to come down on.
That's right.
I don't want my gift of mercy to supersede God's judgment.
Amen. That's good. Come on, Jesus.
Because I do understand when they come against me, oh please, they're not coming against me.
No.
They're coming against God.
That's right. That's right.
But then it's not my responsibility to fire back in my own self. You get what I'm saying? It all has to be handled in the framework of the Spirit.
Yes.
And so my first response, my first question is, how do I pray about this? What do you want me to pray?
That's good.
And then wait to listen to what God is saying, pray. You deal with your emotions, handle your emotions. Tell your neighbor, handle your emotions.
Handle your emotions.
Don't allow your emotions to handle
Don't
you.
allow your emotions to handle you.
The worst thing in the world is an overly emotional
That's good.
leader.
Oh, that's good.
Anybody who is overly emotional leader and craves the approval of people
Oh my.
That's good.
is a catastrophe waiting to happen. Because God never would have called you a leader if you didn't have the fortitude, the aptitude, and the ability to make decisions. And if you don't know the answer, to seek out the answer and make the answer and make the determination based on what God is saying, based on the information that is available. Is that good?
Yeah.
Did I answer somewhat